Wow, this is like very, 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 very yummy. Welcome back to Glycemic Kitchen. In today's video, I have a special thing I want to share with you. You know, this is the holiday period and everybody is stocking up their kitchen. But while you're stocking up your kitchen, there's something you should know. If you are interested in living happily, healthier, and should we say stronger even as you age, I want you to pay attention to this video. There are 3 alternatives to our normal white rice I want to share. I know everybody's busy buying bags of rice and everything, but if you are a wellness champion or a wellness queen, you want to also add these ones I'm going to share in this video. Now, I'm not saying you should replace the normal or the usual white rice that we have in bags, you know, with these alternatives, but if you have the money, you can. Why am I mentioning money here? Because they are pricier than the other usual one. So if you have the money and you want to replace it for everybody in your household, why not? But if you don't have the money, but you want to really focus on how, you know, both your sugar, your fat and everything, please pay attention and go to the market and add them. Don't forget what I always say to encourage you here. The first thing you should buy once you start making good money is a healthier lifestyle. Personally, I'm not making good money, but I am already buying a healthier lifestyle. So if you are making money or you are, you know, like us, we are pre-rich. We are at the level of being pre-rich, but I'm still interested in a healthier lifestyle. So if you are in our level or you've crossed our level, please start buying a healthier lifestyle for yourself. So we are going to jump right into the first rice that I want to share with you. And the number 1 champion in this our 3 alternatives to white rice is this particular one. I know you must have been hearing about Basmati rice. Yes, everybody knows about Basmati rice. This rice is a bit pricier than the normal or usual one you are used to. Where I bought it here in Port Harcourt, I got it for 4,200. Yeah, that's the price tag. And I'm going to measure it with you so that you know how many cups it contains, and then we'll split this money by how many cups there is inside this packet so that you know how much a cup is. That's why I say if you can replace, you replace. If you cannot, you can at least start adding it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's measure this rice together and see how many cups we have here, and then we know how much a cup is worth in our hands. Yeah, this is the standard measuring cup we have in our market. So this rice in pack is sold for 4,200. Believe me, there are some places you will go and you will get it higher. So don't go and be saying I said it's 4,200. That's what I bought where I am staying. You might even get it cheaper. I don't know. Depends on where you are living. Now let me measure this. This is a cup. This is the 5th one. Oh my God, it's not even up to 6 cups here. Or did I overpour it? I don't believe so. See, just 5 cups and this, and it's 4,200 here. Now, if 4,200 goes for this 5.5, let me split it and let's see how much a cup is worth. So what we have here, whoa, 4,200 divided by 5.5, we have something like 763 naira a cup of this rice. And this is just the smallest pack. It comes in a medium one and then it has a bigger pack. So this rice is worth 760, let's say 770 naira in your hands. Yeah, that's why I said you buy a healthier lifestyle, and that's why a lot of people run away from it. I mean, the other usual rice we have, I think a cup of this will get you 2 cups of that one or even more, depending on the quality you go for. Now, in my last video, someone accused me of not going a little bit in depth about maybe the starch content and the capacity of these maybe the swallows to affect blood sugar. Now, I want to use two things that is very popular in measuring these things. We know about glycemic load and glycemic index. Now, glycemic index is the speed at which any particular food introduces sugar in your blood. While the glycemic load is the actual carb content of that particular food. Now, what's the implication, or what does it all mean? Now, if you have diabetes or you're managing type 2 diabetics, you are supposed to be monitoring the glycemic index of every food you eat so that it doesn't cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar. The implication of that rapid rise in blood sugar is it will make your sugar to rise, and you are always watchful or mindful about hyperglycemia, high rise in your blood sugar that may lead to stroke and coma. So if you are diabetic, you need to be monitoring the glycemic index of every food you eat. Now, we measure glycemic index from 10 to 100. When it is below, should we say from 50 downwards, they call it low. But when it is 50 and above, it's medium, like to 70. Oh no, to 60, 70. No, from 40 to 50, 60 is mid-range. But when it comes to 70, 80, 90, 100, we are talking about high glycemic index. So anybody who is diabetic or managing it, or a borderline diabetic, will really have to pay attention to glycemic index. Now, if you are watching your weight, you really need to pay attention to glycemic load, because that's the actual carbohydrate content in that particular food. So even though a particular food may be low in GI, it might be high in GL. So I hope you're understanding what I'm saying here. Now, if you're monitoring your sugar, you don't want it to rise, and you're also watching your weight, then these two things are going to be very close to your heart. You really need to check them well in every particular food. Now, when it comes to basmati rice, the glycemic index of one cup like this, is 50. It's medium, all right? It's not high, it's not low, but it's 50. The glycemic load is 37.5. That means it's still high in carb. Yeah, anything 37, 30, 30 high is high GL. So this one has 37.5 GL, and the glycemic index is 50. So it's not going to cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar. But you should also know that this rice has starch, although it is not as high as the usual one or the normal rice we are consuming every day in our homes. It is healthier. It's not like it's a miracle rice for you to lose weight, but it helps. It's better to be alternated with, it's better to, it will serve as an alternative to that one, a healthier choice. Before I go sharing the benefits, I want you to also pay attention that this rice has two types, the brown basmati rice and this white basmati rice. Now, the brown, if this one is good, the brown basmati rice is better. So if you can access it wherever you are, always go for the brown one. But if you can't find it, this one is also still better than the white one that we use. Now, what are the benefits? The rice contains fiber. When it comes to weight management or sugar, sugar regulation and everything, fiber serves a very important role, because it leads to it helps you to feel full. It increases your satiety level. If you've eaten something small, it can carry you for a long period of time. You will not be craving, these cravings that will lead to junk eating. You eat this one, before you know it, you've added a lot of weight. So this is good for that. Another one is it helps in managing your insulin, resistance and everything, because you don't eat much of it, and anyone you eat keeps you feeling full and you don't consume more. The fiber there is also good, and because of that, your pancreas are not being overworked. One very important thing you have to note about basmati rice is that it contains what? is called amylose. Now, this amylose is a type of resistant starch that digests slowly, and the important thing is it digests in your gut. So it takes time to digest and introduces sugar gradually to your blood, and that's why it doesn't cause a spike, of course. So it takes time to digest in your gut, not outside it. So it's very healthy. It aids your, your digestive system to work normally. It has fiber. The amylose is a resistant starch, and it doesn't get to overwork your body. Now, even though I'm saying it's a healthier alternative, we are not saying you should ignore portion control. Please, you really have to pay attention to the portion you eat. If it's possible, just make 1 cup and eat half of it per meal, so that you don't overload your system. If you're really interested to in practicing this portion control, you just have to change your plate. When you have this big plate, you want to stack and stack. No. Go for smaller plates so that you can use it to measure. And when you cook 1 cup, you share it into 2, and you've just eaten half cup of basmati rice. One other very important thing you have to do is to mix it with vegetables and proteins. Don't just eat rice like that. You can make some vegetables, you can add lean protein, you can use your chicken and everything. All those things will help you to eat small while also feeling full, because of the other condiments that have low GI and low GL. In this video, I'm just gonna make let me just make 2 cups of it. I could have made 1 cup, but let me just make 2 cups so that we see how it comes out, and you will know that it's not something one person will just eat. So even though you want to share it with your spouse or even your kids, it's possible to do so. So let's cook the rice. There's something else I want you to note. If you want to cook it, please wash it. The more you wash it, you are reducing the glycemic index. Don't worry, I've added all the links of the sources in the description box below, so you can also check it out yourself. I'm not just making wide claims here. I have all the sources, authority websites on health and everything. Check them in the description box below. But you just have to wash the rice. The more you wash out the starch, the lesser the glycemic index. And I personally, even usually parboil mine. After it has boiled for some time, I will filter it out also to reduce the starch content for the GL and also for the GI. Please don't go and be saying the foods you are bringing up as alternatives are pricier than our normal food. Where do we have money? Now let me tell you something. 2 weeks back, when I was coming from church, I met a family friend, my sister's friend actually. The woman was usually on the large size, like she was bigger when I knew her. But when I saw her 2 weeks ago, she had already shedded some pounds. We were like, you are looking good. How come? Did you hit the gym? All those gyms. And she was like, my sister's hair. Don't mind me, my sugar went so high to the extent that it nearly blinded me. Like, I will be here and I will not be seeing anybody in front of me. It got that bad. I rushed to the hospital, and the doctor now told me to avoid certain things, and that's what has been helping me to calm down. In fact, now I'm feeling better. I told her, you're not just feeling better, you are looking beautiful, like unlike before. She was like, apart from looking slimmer and beautiful, I am feeling better, lighter, and in fact more happier. So this woman was someone we knew very close to us. She had a shop close to us, and what she usually do was to come out in the morning with a full food flask of rice. After eating that heavy rice, she will buy Sprite or Coke sometimes, and download everything, and then she will lie down and start sleeping. Then when we used to tell her, this kind of thing you're doing, how can you be sitting just one place? You will eat this plenty rice, you will also drink Coke or you drink Sprite, and she will be telling us where she has low BP, so she needs those things to. Oh my God, from low BP, her sugar went so high that she had to reach the hospital. You see, she was confessing how better she was feeling, and she was also looking nicer. So now, let me ask you, is it not better you start from now, so you don't have to wait when it is bad for you now to hit the hospital, and then the doctor will tell you what to do? And remember, it's not about going to the hospital, or it's not about taking the drugs. There's this saying that if you don't eat your food like drugs or medicine, one day you're going to be eating your drugs like food. And I don't believe you want to reach that level before you start taking precautions. So if you can afford this healthier lifestyle, please start now. Stop complaining about money. Okay, please come and see. This is 2 cups of our basmati rice. So it's not something only one person will be eating. So even though you people are like three people can eat this basmati rice. Yeah, remember we are talking about portion control. We are not saying you're going to be gulping everything, only you. So 3 people can eat this. Okay, our basmati rice is ready to be eaten. So let's see how yummy it's gonna get. Don't forget, this is 2 cups of that rice and we are practicing portion control. So in order to practice what I preach, I'm not gonna eat too much. I'll eat small. Don't forget, we are watching our weight here and our blood sugar. So I'm gonna eat small and then I'm going to take my own creation of weight loss stew. Don't even ask me how I made it anyway, but if you want to know, I can still let you know how I made my own special stew. So, whoa. Wow, this is like very, 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 very yum. Yeah, this is my 700 cup worth of rice. I know. Don't ask me if it's still tasty like our normal rice. It's in fact tastier. Okay? Yeah. I can send some to you if you're in my location. Okay, that's it for our basmati rice, our healthier alternative to the normal white rice. Don't forget, when you are eating this one, you're not just eating carbohydrates and you're not just increasing your blood sugar. No, you are getting other nutrients as well. I love you. I'll be seeing you in the next video.